Fire. If they are careful with it, this is still pretty straightforward in my opinion.
Ding, ding, ding. It's round 2 for RRQ and Aura Fire. Who will strike this time? Will it be Aura equalizing, or will it be RRQ clean sweeping Aura Fire in our second match of the day?
If it does happen, that means RRQ will get the first ever clean sweep in MPL ID Season 12. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Still, every game has gone all full games, showing you exactly how competitive MPL Indonesia Season 12 is.
Well, it's almost a flicker party here, Arashi. 4 flickers for the left side, 3 flickers only for the right side. What do you think about the spells and emblems talents, perhaps?
I think for RRQ, you can very safely assume that they're trying to go fast. Look at all the agilities. 4 agilities picked up on the emblem department, and they have some sprint, and that's Naomi getting caught out. But fortunately, early on in the game, he won't be taken out. But if that repeats later with ultimates in play, that could be very risky.
Yeah, good hook there. Now both roamers showing their muscles here in that bot side. But it seems like, again, item-wise, nothing too crazy. Oh, Clay might be caught.
Oh yeah, he used the flicker here early. Good flicker out. That could have been a pick-off here for Van. But again, it's just Van utilizing the utility jungler now. Now that it's equal level, or equal standings, I would say, for the fighter and the tank in the jungle, Van is finding a lot more success. A good iron hook now. Good cancel as well. Wow, very good interaction there. It was just a disengage iron hook. Barely see that, but Aura Fire understands what their combinations can do.
I mean, Kabuki got the gold crab as well, right, in that bot side, which just adds more pressure towards RRQ, lacking in that composition because that jungle camp earlier, Van won it, and now look at the rotation. Van is already in the turtle. Meanwhile, Baksha here is slightly behind.
Look at how similar the rotations are, man. Roamers clear the mid lane and the mages show up on top. It's almost like a mirror coming in. But early on, who has the stronger composition? Kimura is a bit more dangerous, but Van just that much stronger. And they jump on Banana, but he'll be able to back away.
Oh my god. Good proactiveness there from Naomi, right? He got the 4. He does not assist the turtle because it seems like Persik is out of place. He went instead to the bot side, popped the flicker as well for securing Kabuki. Flicker Divine Judgment play. With that focusing mark, it adds more damage with Skylar. So yeah, first kill here. Kabuki gets taken down.
It's good awareness from Aura Fire. Understanding again, or for RRQ actually, because Aura Fire went for the turtle.
Whoa.
And again, for town prediction, I did not say that. Anyways,
yeah,
now jumping
I said
in.
Aura.
High moving back, getting engaged on. Turtles is poisoned by Fairsick already. And it seems like for RRQ again, it's just more of the reacting game early on. They know that for the pressure, they will not have as much as Aura.
I want to call attention to, when you talk about pressure, right? The fact that, of course, Van is doing much better here. But on the flip side, I just realized Banana has the lethal ignition on the Grok. But in order to proc the lethal ignition, you gotta do about 6% of someone's HP 3 times to start off that interaction. On the Grok, doesn't seem like that is reliably possible. So I wonder what the plan is behind that, whether Banana has a particular plan there.
Aura Fire here, 500 gold lead. It's small, but it means something, right? Pressure-wise, they have it just a little. Take a look at the items here again. It's Carry already building that corrosion. Meanwhile, still no first item here, no DHS just yet. No shoes as well here from Claude, so keep that in mind. He opted for that adaptive crossbow. What do you think?
I think he's just trying to get his core items as fast as possible, but with a squad as fast as roamy as Aura Fire's right now, it's a bit dangerous, especially if he's in the front like this, right? A hook can very easily land, but Fairsick rolls in.
Shield Unity utilizing that mobility. High gonna be locked down. Divine Judgment perfectly timed. Right with a flicker. Naomi gonna get engaged on damage down from the poke, coming in for the feather airstrike. Van versus Fairsick. Oh, it's Fairsick! 1 level down, no problem.
Goodness me. What a play again, right, from Persik. And now, with this momentum shift, take a look. He's already confident enough to just take the camps with this concussive blast. It just clears the jungles faster.
Oof, man. To all the doubters on Fairsick Retribution, man, he is doing well against Van, one of the better retributions in the MPL right now. Skylar here almost missing out on the gold, but moving in range at the final second. You can see Aura Fire still has more control around the map, and in the XP lane, there's already some cutting going on by both EXP laners, but it's a bit more dangerous for Banana. There's a roaming squad that can possibly just come in and ambush him in the jungle.
Look at the awareness though, even Clay here, just understanding that there might be a threat in the bottom side, very well informed, and he just plays super safe, understands there's no one on the map and there's something fishy going on. Aura Fire, now they're looking desperate, going back and forth, but unable to find anything.
Oh, it's Peep Naomi here, ready to cover Claude. Oh, it's an all-in. Let's see.
Yeah, Persic's there first of all. Oh, that's a bloody hot. Oh, it's a wild tires from Banana! And the blazing duet to the back of Buki's very low. Under the turret, taken down by the Art of Thievery. As Van picks up a decimation, it's a double kill, 2 for 2. But quite honestly, RRQ definitely found more value there. Naomi versus Kimura, the roamer, just whipping down the Arlet as the turret gets taken down. Good siege for RRQ.
And that is why RRQ get the better advantage, right? They got the bottom turret, and take a look at the camps again. It's just all for Skylar now, funneling the gold, and now Van slightly behind. Take a look at the Van. Oh, he's a level ahead, but I mean, looking at the composition, the mobility, the map control, it's all RRQ now.
RRQ, man, every time they go for a play right now, it's so multifaceted, and I'm not used to it. Usually they go for a straightforward play and they execute very, very well, that there's no way to counter it. It just happens too decisively, too fast. But now, they go for one play, but on the other side, another play is just happening. But for Aura, they respawn, they get the turret, but now look at the counter.
Re-engage, good final slash. Now with the Flicker Bloody Hunt, it's going to be Skylar.
Oh my god.
Taken out. Oh, the Iron Will barely connecting there. Clay just dodging from it. Meanwhile, down below, it's Versing again with the help of Banana to secure another neutral objective. And Van, the independent jungler, all alone. Banana and Versing running them down. 2 tanks versus a fighter. Van just shoved away aggressively from the turtle.
Van, no problem, says Van. Sure, I lost the turtle, but 2v1 situation, I can handle that. And in that top side, High comes in the clutch.
Naomi stole that.
Oh my god, Flicker, Bloody Hunt, caught one, and Skylar gets taken down, and that's a value trade for our Fire. Take a look at the economy, it's dead even back again.
It's good because they get Skylar kind of out of the map as well, not farming as much. He needs to be a bit more careful because there is more crowd control, more ways to catch him out here in these team fights. But for RRQ, trading one member for a neutral objective, so far with a turtle, it's not too prio, but later on with the Lords coming in, might be dangerous, but look at Naomi!
Oh, beautiful catch onto Kimura, forcing a flicker, but the RWM takes him out just in the field. Van looking for the decimation, but Naomi has a very early immortality. High slowed down, has the Athena, is able to soak in that damage, but RRQ are staying ahead.
Keep in mind, Kimura right now, if you actually go on him, he gets out of the way. It's not that damaging, but the longer the game goes, right? If your EXP is losing out, the person that's going to be sent on the far side of the map is going to be the EXP laner. If he falls too behind, Banana can just completely dominate him. Although on the damage dealt stat here, Kimura is still on top on the Arlet.
Yeah, I mean, Zen also, right? I mean, on the far side here still, on top of even Skylar. So that says something that is also why perhaps Farsa now is very popular in this current patch, because it deals a lot of damage here mid-game. And this is the time for Farsa to shine after getting that Lightning Truncheon especially. He will deal more damage from here and on.
Banana and Versing just standing in front of the whole gang squad because fine, you can go on him, but not on Clay though!
Bloody Hunt, even with Banana coming down, the final slash is still able to take Clay down. RRQ now with a Divine Judgment, re-engage high, oh, able to flicker out to safety. RRQ 4v5, Aura Fire taking control back of this Lord. And look at the levels, how does Van have a level lead over Versing, who got 2 turtles?
Such a Chad move from High there. With 5v4 now, they have Mana Dragon, they only caught!
Immortality gone, blazing the weapon from Skylar into the back right now, but it's gonna go damage! Who finds a trade? Skylar gets a 1-for-1! Versing now able to dish out some damage, able to soak in some damage, but not enough for the decimation that does true damage. Instantly penetrates through any physical defense that he has. Aura back.
Ooh.
My goodness. 10 minutes in, this is why I like the draft from Aura better. Take a look at now, they have the clear control now, and with this Lord, it's just a free Lord. RRQ, what do you have to gotta do here now? Perhaps Skylar, they need to protect Skylar.
It's a bit of a setback right there. I mean, it all began with a beautiful hook from high. This is why the pick-off potential from DeFranco is just so much more scary, so much more important and lethal compared to the Kaja. For now, though, it seems like RRQ, they were just so desperate to contest that Lord with everything they got, but they're going into it with a member disadvantage without their AoE, their long-range utility. Now it's back to the drawing board. It's a 2k gold lead for Aura Fire. I think RRQ can still definitely come back from this, but they need to be a bit more careful, and they have to know when to cut their losses.
Let's see here, the turret take in the bot side. First take now. It's very, very hard for Baksha now to somehow cause an impact, right? Now it's the mid game towards the late game. As a Baksha, you can't really find for pickoffs because now Aura Fire, all they do is just 401 rotation, perhaps 5-man rotation even. And as a Baksha, perhaps all you can do is just soak in the damage, buying time perhaps.
He's looking for the Iron Hook. Good sidestep from Fairsick. Soaking in that damage, just understanding he needs to put in some pressure down. The final slash, able to get him out of position. Up top, Skylar deals with the Lord in fashion. Another airstrike comes down. Naomi zoned away. Fairsick walking down, but it's going to be stunned up now. Chain C seed still with the Turtles. His poised Sansa. The art of him comes down. Fairsick melted down. One more shot. That's the Iron Hook. But Banana jumps in with wall charge in the back. Naomi as well. The Bloody Hunt locks him down. Van picks up a double. Runs away. High with the conceal now. One more shot from Skylar. Gets the conceal down. High with an Iron Hook, but the power of nature stops it in its tracks. No immortality, and High is down. Aura and RRQ trade 2 for 2.
That could have been very bad for Aura, man. They were in a clump space. They got hit with the wild charge. Fortunately, I think Kimura was able to stop the blazing duet from Skylar, and that really saved them just for a bit. But that's a 2 for 2 trade, and RRQ is showing again that we might be behind in the way in AoE and in team fights, but doesn't mean we won't go for it. As Banana now gets bursted down.
A lot of damage, Van. He has the decimation. A good wild charge to get Banana out in with a flicker. Clean! Fancy feet from Banana! Styling!
Juking two members earlier, and Banana here, without the flicker, mind you, was able to survive that one as well. Just one ultimate though popped. Wild charge, I'm out.
I think the big issue right here for RRQ is deciding who is supposed to take the Iron Hook. When it's up right there, who is supposed to stand in front and take it? Because even Fairsick gets bursted down, Banana gets bursted down as well, so there's not a single person they can rely on to just survive the initial engage. So it's always sacrificing either Banana, Naomi, or Fairsick, right? And that is just something Aura Fire needs to look for, but with the Lord spawning, with the bush control in the hands of RRQ, there's a good chance for them to actually find something more here, except for the wave up top being pushed in.
I mean, looking at the comparisons earlier, right, the Yve here, it's quite clear that Xin really wants to dig or bank on the cooldown reduction, right? With the Mage Emblem, with the first talent getting that cooldown reduction as well. Meanwhile, Clay, different approach. He wants to kill. He wants to give out damage. Now we see already two different playstyles coming from one hero.
See, first he's opening up the map here. Already jumping in. What happened to Naomi in the bottom lane? All alone, isolated and taken out. Now the real revelation comes down, but Kimura has the immortality. Has its pop. Banana with a wild charge. Disengaging. Kimura falls for the airstrike. Comes down. Onto Banana. Van now with the decimation. Finds the back.
The Lord.
No retry. Both are there, but Van finds it. Fairsick unable to get anywhere, gets brought back to the team, and this should be him falling down. As the blazing duet for Skylar comes down, Van and Heisel able to escape, Sin falls, Skylar! Goes forward now with the damage, Skylar! Able to outplay, bringing it back for RRQ. Fairsick, one more shield throw. It should do it, Van dodging away from it, running for the hills, and RRQ have won a team fight.
Kimura will go up in 3, but RRQ, what the heck happened? Skylar was on roids, man. And now with the Lord here, they got the Lord, but it's a futile Lord. RQ will try to clear it. Is it worth it though? Van and Kimura trying to find a member here. Oh, the damage now. Kimura makes a mistake.
Instant punish from RRQ. Everybody respawning, so RRQ will not be able to do more. But man, they completely turn everything around again.
Oof, getting the Lord but losing 4 members, that's not the way to go for sure. Now RRQ somehow back in control, having more time here with 5 members to try and pressure the waves, play for the vision, and looking at the items right here. For Skylar, he has the Wind of Nature, so he can be a bit more aggressive. He went for a Wind Talker now, no more boots, but he has that sprint as a backup mobility option. It's a very dangerous move, but it's a huge return since he is doing a lot of damage to the back line.
A reminder here, from minute 1, Claude hasn't bought any shoes, right? He was all straight towards corrosion and no shoes needed. So again, remind you here, let's take a step back, let's breathe a little bit here, as I guess both teams now will definitely slow down their tempo. Let's talk about Grok here and the Assassin emblem with, he brought lethal ignition. I think it's quite clear, right? Adaptive damage, physical, what happened here?
Well, early on, it seems like Naomi gets picked off, and then Kimura, though, is all the way in the back alone, and it's Banana versus Kimura, zoning each other's teams away from each other. And unfortunately for RRQ right here, the Lord was so low, but last second, Van was able to secure it. But as a result, everyone was committing to this fight. Everyone was forced to walk into the AoE, the DPS, the burns coming in from RRQ. And right now, it's the same control game. It's all about the execution, the mind games. And keep in mind, Clay has the glowing wand, so any kind of poke will be a lot more difficult for Aura Fire to deal with.
It's anyone's game now. 16 minute, even at this point, this 1.5k gold lead is a very small 1.5k, almost unnoticeable. So for both teams, like you said, Arashi, it will come down to just 1 or 2 little micro plays in these team fights. Mainly, I think it comes down to Kabuki and Skylar, these 2 goal laners. And so far, Skylar has been dominating Kabuki.
Yeah, Rashi here, again, back to the Grok here. Take a look at your, look at there. What happened? What is Grok doing?
With the little ignition and the agility and tenacity, he wants to be fast, he wants to survive when he is on low HP. And again, if you... Well, hang on, I don't think this is the right description, but if he's going for the lethal ignition, he must be going for some kind of threat onto the back line. But now, with the waves, I think right now, the topside pushing towards RRQ, I think Aura Fire are the ones that can be a bit more manipulative with how they approach the situation.
So he expects, he wants to give out maximum damage, right? With what's he building, Heptases, BOD, add to that, the lethal ignitions also adds more physical attributes, right? Adaptive attributes. So let's see here with the Lord Dance, 18 minutes in. It's an evolved Lord, but the suppression comes through.
Divine Judgment onto high, still able to flicker out.
Oh, that's Van being caught. There's a lot of slow coming in from Clay.
Yeah, that's a lot of burst
Banana?
as well. Mortal Coil coming down. Banana in the back, all alone though. He's all alone. The real world manipulation. Catches them now to immortality, but Skylar with a blazing duet, but it's a good cancel from keeping with the final slash. Now it's Kabuki with nature, still able to cat away once again, but it gets slowed down. Play. One more shot onto Kabuki. But he's still able to escape. XP for Rome. Aura Fire can reset. RRQ cannot burst the Evolve Lord fast enough.
They're still going to try and chunk it down though. Look at the waves though. Right, pushing in for Aura Fire, RRQ. They're going for it, but it got resetted, and now this is a bit of a tough situation. There's no way they can finish it on time now, but Naomi goes for it.
Divine Judgment all perfectly onto Van. Will the damage be enough? Mortal Coil from Van. He gets out now, Player's right comes down, Van's still able to escape right now. Kabuki comes in with Sin to take them down. Skylar walking down with the blazing duet, dealing damage to Kimura, but Kabuki, he's hit his power spike. Real world inflation comes down. Kabuki dashes forward. Skylar, Clay, Sin, Kabuki. The duos from both of these teams fighting for the Lord.
Whew. Goodness me, the crowd love it. The casters love it. Loves it, and now it's an even game again. Minute 19, 15 to 14.
Ooh, Aura's going for it though.
4v3. Yeah, they have an extra member. Why not?
They can go in. I don't think RRQ are trying to contest it. They lost their top lane base tower due to the waves building up for side of Aura Fire. And now Skylar's being hunted down by High. Can he escape? He will be able to. And now, macro-wise, Aura Fire has a bit of an edge. They have the Lord as well. RRQ, they need to try and do something surprising here.
They really need to stabilize here. Perhaps with this Lord here. Remember, it's an evolved Lord, ladies and gentlemen. They might take it here. Remember, the high ground for the side of Aura Fire. Siege potential is there.
Remember when I said Kabuki versus Skylar? These two gold laners are at the center for both these teams if they want to win. Kabuki has had a pretty bad game early to late, but now that the late game has come, the power spike has finally hit for him. He can dictate these fights. He actually has a better time than the Claude in these skirmishes.
There's a high ground clearing coming in from Clay though, and I think right now Skylar's kind of regretting not getting the Purify, because every time he's going in with the Blazing Duet, it has always been cancelled. High now just walking around, threatening for the hook, and they're grouping around the bottom side because the Lord will take care of the top side. That's the second base turret down, taken away by Aura Fire. They might just go for all in here.
They can't burst the Lord fast enough, so this is going to be another free base turret, 3 base turrets to nothing. RRQ have lost in this trade, and it's a massive loss for them. 3 waves now completely pushing when RRQ already has a bit of a problem entering the neutral objective zones.
21 minutes in. Still no conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, for the second game. Item-wise here, a lot of changes already, but what stands out?
What stands out, I think, is, of course, the main items from these gold laners, right? There's an Immortal in the hands of Kabuki. That needs to be a factor thought about by the members of RRQ. And for Skylar, he's just going all in, trying to do that damage. But now, if you look at Clay, he has the Holy Crystal as well, so he's all-inning, trying to do more damage, and he doesn't build any penetration because his intention is to be able to zone away the backline more so than the frontliners. But here's an instant replay from how that fight just went so south for RRQ. Fairsick was unable to secure the kill on Van, and everyone, again, they just keep going in because they feel like they can't cut their losses, right? They have to go all in and salvage the situation. This is a signature, I don't know, a signature habit of RRQ. If they start losing, right, they feel like, no, we can make this work somehow. And it just hasn't been paying out.
I mean, furthermore, right, this is why I personally like that carry pick, right? The true damage is so evident in that fight, where it's a late game, you have the damage, and when you have free positioning like so, it's very clear that even a Baksha cannot soak in your damage there. And again, Kabuki was just good positioning, good timing there in that fight. Again, if they were able to replicate low-key that fight, RRQ, I'm sorry, Rashi, again, we might see game 3 first. It needs to be careful.
Oh, High didn't go for the Bloody Hunt, and that might cost him his life. That was a real world inflation. Comes down High, flickering out, but only to the immobility field. Skylar is able to gut him down. No immortality. Banana waiting for a moment to use that wild charge, but he's not able to find it. Back to the topic though, I agree with you. Kabuki on the carry, very, very risky pick. It's a very risky pick. But when you get to the late game, when you get to those power spikes, it is the best pick in this condition.
Clears Lord fast. When you attack or even... Oh, Fairsick jumps in.
You can clear heroes fast too, and right now Fairsick is feeling it now. It's an all-in Kabuki. Now in the back, going to be engaged on right now. That's the immortality pot. Does he buy the winner? Finds the Divine Judgment. Skylar in the back with a Truncheon bot. Immortality as well. Sin is right there, but Naomi wants to get one final hit. A good final slash to disengage, and RRQ Clay. Amazing real-world manipulation right on the edge to find Sin. Now 2 members down, the 2 most important members. It's now everyone from Aura crumble one by one. Only Kimura and Van left to defend.
Are they going to go for the end here? It is possible. They have one single wave. It can be cleared out. They're trying to go for it with 4 members with the gold laner still available. There's a lot of damage being poured onto the turret.
2v4!
Flicker Divine Judgment once again, and now it's going to be Kimura against the world. 4-man final slash with Blazing Duet stops him in his tracks. Immortality gonna be lost here. Kimura does not buy the winner in time. Van, Immortality going to be popped again. RRQ goes straight for the base. The first clean sweep in Season 12. RRQ are back.
RRQ, they have defended their throne this time. The Dragon Empire failed to find their execution. Let's take a look at Zaya and friends.